a couple more starts to make. Am I on yet? I have to get something new to try. I probably won't be live no longer than about an hour or so. Only because I got some more starts to make and I do not need my little device going dead. So I'll probably be about an hour. Why I did that to you? Probably gonna be about an hour or so though. But neither one of my little cameras is charging like I need to. So that's the only reason I'm saying about an hour. Cause I'm gonna know I'm gonna have to take it off and make sure it's good. No, I'm gonna have to take it off and charge it. Matter of fact, it was too loud last time. Like it might hurt something. Turn it down. It was like too loud. It was too loud. When I went back to listen to the playback, I was Can you hear me? Is it gone there now? Or nah? Is it still no sound? Is it still? It ain't hooked up to nothing else. This running like a spaceship to me. My baby old school. You can hear now? All right. Thank you. My baby like a spaceship. I mean, it's like a spaceship. My baby old school. It don't have none of these bells and whistles. Thank you, Big Draws. Let's see. Yeah, Belgium, right? I ain't never been there. Yeah, I ain't never. That'd be a cool trip to take. I'm trying to find some vendors. I was supposed to originally head to Dallas to a known staple, Harry Hines, and look for some vendors. And my car ended up giving us trouble this morning. I was already getting a rental. I said it on my live all the time. Like I like giving my car a break because I will drive it, and I think it's meant to be driven. But if you drive it more, you got to take care of it more. So this morning, when my spouse got up to go to work, the car wouldn't start. So it done locked up or whatever. So I shouted out, smiling. My face hurt from smiling. I shouted that out yesterday, and I finally listened to "Everyone Won't Like This, But a Lot Will" from How She Send You. Boy, jam. Whole little album jam. I just crossed over, but it's like popping up. Like I said, these new cars be like spaceship, but this is cool. Usually the rental, I ain't saying no name because learning, no free promo. But the rental car spot that's I usually get the cars for, they usually have like older rental. They have, look at the thing, chin. They use, I mess with my spouse all the time. Now I got the two chins working. But no, they usually have like an older rental car. But when I picked this one up, I was like, oh y'all got, I was like, this gotta be like a 2024. It's a 2025. I said, okay. Lady handed the key off. I was like, what? You know me, I like test driving the look. I tell y'all want to test drive, you want to test drive a car, you thinking about getting a new car, get some rental car, especially people that has the ability to not have no like position, how kind of like having no car payment or anything. But even if you don't have a car and you still have no car payment, just get a rental car sometimes and test drive these rental cars, because 9 times out of 10, depending on what area that you're going to or that you live in, because I stay in a small town, so like I say, rental cars ain't always the best, but you able to test drive some cool cars, and you kind of get in the you get kind of get in the sight of what you want, especially when you able to pick what car you want. I was big on that when I first was looking to get cars. It was like I was really thinking about getting a Subaru, and because I was thinking about getting a Subaru, I would always request Subarus when I was going to get the rental cars. So hey, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. But yeah, I done seen some. It's not a lot of direct to garment printing, and that's how most of my merchants did that I prefer. I prefer direct to garment over screen printing. And screen printing is still nice, but I just like the fact it's because direct to garment with the, I was about to say with the machine, with the printer, it's just like tattooing the clothes. It's literally like tattooing the clothes. And my first merch ever that I wear all the time, I love it. Still fit, true to size, the Gildan t-shirt brands. But I created that merch. Like I literally put it in through the machine, pressed it out, so it holds a different place in my heart. So like the screen printing is still nice. I just definitely prefer direct to garment. So I would travel to find somebody who will be able to do the direct to garment printing. And another thing, because I said we just talking, but another thing when it comes to buying this merch and doing the little stuff like that, I be looking like some of the clothes that I've bought. Mind you, like I've been to Korea. Like Korea, they had a whole bunch of cheap clothes, and it's of course it's more expensive when you're shipping it, whatever. But long story short, when I'm on with these different vendors and you see the behind prices of the stuff they selling, you like, cause I know the rule is like mark it up to I'm sorry, 3 to 4 times what you pay for it. But when you see, like, some people just get greedy. Some people, hey, little man, some people just get greedy, and they mark it up way too much. They mark it up way too much. And I'm just like, that's just greedy. When you see the behind door prices, like, I seen a pair of shorts I just bought and I loved them because they was embroidered out all types of crazy. And then I seen them because I was, trying to get a vendor to do some merch for me, and it was like $9. And the highest that I seen the shorts that I just bought was like 150. You're greedy. You greedy. Like, you're not even making the product. That, like, people, why is it so expensive? Like, you're greedy. That makes no sense to me. That's why people buy knockoffs. Like, and it's funny, I was just telling my spouse, it's funny how people be talking about replicas and at school, man, I used to get bullied. You got wooks on, you got this, and now people talk about reps all the time. Like, they nice as hell too. Like, and now to think about, like, school is school, but to think, like, if I see a pair of shoes that I like and I can't get, or I don't want to pay the price for them, and I see what y'all call now reps, fakes, whatever, wookies when we was growing up, I'm buying the freaking shoes. And you're not gonna know, and you didn't pay for them. It was like that back then too, but it was still like, as a kid you grow up, but it's just funny the lesson that you learn. Like, I'm going to buy the shoes. Like, it's not, that's crazy. But when I seen them, I was like, man, people selling these. When I seen the shorts I just bought and I seen the price behind it, I was happy that I did buy it from where I bought it from, because they really only did mark it up about 3 to 4 times what I paid for it. I mean, what they paid for it, because it was $9, $9 in bulk. I'm like, man, and I be wanting to do branch off into other things. I keep going. I ain't gonna say going back and forth, because Victoria's Closet is a thrift. uh, like I say, it's Up Fusion Nightclub. Go on Instagram, follow that page. Victoria's Closet on Instagram, go follow that page. Overthinking Understanding Abbreviated underscore podcast. Go follow that on Instagram. Follow Overthinking Understanding on everything for our little track of thought. The business adventure I talk about was Victoria's Closet, and I started the free giveaways, and it's cool to watch the people show up and you help in their community. And it's a thrift, it's a thrift store type of vibe, and that I literally want to find vintage or like thrift pieces that are still nice, but maybe you can't wear no more, or just like me, I done fluctuated weight so much, and it's like you got these nice clothes while you throwing them away, or you giving them to Goodwill, and Goodwill go take the good stuff out and put the bad stuff in the front. It's just a joke. You never know who goes sponsor you, right? I'm just playing. Ha ha ha. I'm just joking. But long story short, that's how I did with Victoria's Closet. So, yeah. But with that, finding vendors. So yeah, we doing that. And then I've been looking for seafood forever. Texas definitely gives me a run for my money trying to find vendors with some good seafood. But the DMV area spoiled me so bad. They spoiled me so bad, and I was able to get fresh food, like I fresh seafood, like I caught it out the water myself. But even then, like, I be definitely putting a lot and giving the praises to the DMV about how good the seafood was out there. At the same time, they had restaurants that did not cook the food right either, or didn't have the best seafood. Because 9 times out of 10, even if you get it fresh, pulled from the water, whatever, you gotta freeze it. Like, you're not keeping it. It's not living. You're not keeping it fresh for no reason. So, see, look, I don't need not turn the lights off in this thing. Like, this dang car, this is a spaceship. I'm gonna be happy to turn this baby back. But I do like this. I'm feeling this. Yeah, the Wookiees, man. Buy the Wookiees. Buy the Wookiees, especially for your children. Buy them Wookiees. They gonna mess them up anyway. Buy the Wookiees. Or the replicas. That's what you call it now, replicas. Yeah. Um, I was finna get back off track. I forgot what I was finna say. They got the little charger port and everything up in here. But yeah, I think I'm saying, like, the vendors, the clothing. I lost track. I lost track of what I was about to say. But definitely I think it's cool, even if you're not trying to start business, and get out the car. And even if you're not trying to start a business or do anything like that, looking and understanding the price of what you pay for things, in my opinion, it helps you understand, like, do I really want to buy it, or am I just buying a name? Because if you like a certain colorway on the shoe, or the way that the shoe is structured, or the way that somebody outfit is, you can get inspiration from it and get it way cheaper than someone what some of these people be selling it. Or you realize how many of these top how many of these top people be ripping off, the same people that's cheap, that you saying you don't want to buy because it don't have a name, it's not a name brand, and it's cheap. They're the same people that the people y'all buying the expensive stuff is ripping it off from. So yeah, like I said, you hopping in and out, thank you for the love. Just like and share this live. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We have a lot for most people, but we ain't for everybody. But Overthink Understanding, we got social, heartfelt, and informative things. We got Overthink Understanding, the podcast. We have social, heartfelt, and informative things on the internet, shit on the internet for short. And we have car sessions, which we've been doing live car sessions. We've been doing live car sessions, kicking it. We going live into 2026, not continuously, but every day we're gonna give y'all a live. Like I said, this one is probably gonna be an hour. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go to the next. I'm gonna go to the next vendor, and learning the difference between a distributor and a manufacturer. I be looking for manufacturers, because if somebody is distributing something and they the middleman, I'm looking for where you get your stuff from. I like going with manufacturers for everything that you can go through manufacturers with. Like I kicked off like a meal prep company, and trying to find what I like coming from a small town. Well, I came from the city, but coming living in a small town and trying to find where I am going to produce my product at is low key frustrating. But it also keeps me on track of what's important, what's not important, and focus. But I done made so many pivots and whatever. Like, write the plan in pencil. I know I forgot where that quote come from, but the goal is written in pen, because it's a set goal. I want to accomplish this, but how you get in there, write that in pencil, because it's gonna change. And if you write it in pen and you feel like you have to stick to this way, even when it's not working, you might end up stuck at step one, when you could have just did it a different way and already be at step 3 or 4. So definitely, I just want the outcome to be great, great nutrition, realistic nutrition, and seeing the people who don't get seen, like the blue collar workers, the people, when I get up in the morning and I'll be moving around 4 o'clock in the morning, them the people that you trying to service. Or when I'm moving around late because I stay on the road, the truck drivers and it's so many people that you see out in the world. Them the people I'm trying to feed. The people who making sure that they're taking care of their family, and they don't always get taken care of. That is one day at a time nutrition. That's what we're trying to do. And we're taking it one day at a time. Realistic nutrition. Not just because you hear nutrition, and I'm finishing up my bachelor's in nutrition for that reason. They like, you little chunky ass talk about some nutrition. Yes. But I know better, gotta do better too, which is funny. I'm actually go. You know what? I'll talk about that with y'all on this car session, because we went to a nutritionist, and I was excited about this nutritionist once he started talking, because I knew so much of the information. Because it's like, I've been dealing with food service for a long time, but just the nutrition part, and I am going to school to be like, I want to be a nutritionist. Now they made it where you need it used to be a bachelor's, and I asked him when I was there, like, you got a bachelor's or a master? He was like, oh, I got a bachelor's. I was grandfather in. And then he was actually retiring twice. We went to an appointment for my spouse, and just telling the nutritional guidelines and food. I'm like, I know all this information, but it was good. Like, it's cool when you know about something. You know how, like, you can go to somebody that does cars, and you're like eating up what they telling you because you don't really know, like they the expert. But when you come talking about like nutrition and food and cooking techniques and stuff like that, like 9 times out of 10 I know what you talk about. And he was very knowledgeable, and I was just like, dang, I know better, gotta do better. But I had a point. I had a good time. I keep telling myself I don't mind this size, but I also don't want to get no bigger. I definitely like this size. I do like this size that I'm at. I want to tone up some stuff, but I kind of like the way I look at my clothes and everything like that. But that's neither here nor there. Like when we talk about one day at a time nutrition, and I'm talking about realistic nutrition, I like you're going to eat burgers sometime, but it don't mean you have to eat a burger and the patty consists of meat that you do not know what's in there. You don't want to do none of that. And I say it all the time, I'm a big believer in you gonna die. It's people who was healthy and did everything right, and still got diagnosed with a disease that killed them, or died in a plane crash or anything like that. Like life is gonna life. So I'm not up here telling people that we just gonna be feeding you peas and carrots and rice everything. No, like realistic nutrition. You want a turkey burger, you want a beef burger, but also it's top of the line quality, or the top of the line you can get. And the reason that I'm saying that, even with grocery stores, like people look at grocery stores and they be like, this grocery store is cheaper than this grocery store, and that grocery store is a middleman. The middleman. If you're able to need enough quantity of what a grocery store is selling, you could neighborhood apartments could get the same amount of food delivered that the store get to like these smaller grocery stores to their apartments if enough people need it, like come in and that. So I'm also thinking about adding like that, some groceries aspect to it. Not necessarily like a one-stop shop, but like you come get your meal prep, and then you might only want us to prep for you and your family for 2-3 days. Hey, we got no groceries to put up in the other days. Like that's there. That's what we thinking about. That's what I'm talking about. Even with our little nightclub business. What's so funny about the nightclub business? We get any business in general, even with the giveaways. It had over, I think almost a thousand impressions, and like 30, I had like 30 inboxes replying to people like, is it free, or is I show up and I gotta pay for something? Come by, come take these clothes. It is free. We give it back to the community. But with the nightclub, it'd be the same way. And I never told, it's a couple. I said I was gonna go in there and tell the stories, but I don't want people to feel like their business is getting put in there. Like, oh, I booked with them and this happened, and then they got on there telling my business. But at the same time, it's real life. It's real life, and this is the stuff I go through. And I tell people like I'm genuine, good, bad, or ugly. I'm genuine. This shit. I mean, this stuff really happens. So I had a lady. She booked, and it was supposed to be for her child's birthday. And I'm like, hey, we could take the pictures. We got folding tables, backdrops, all of that. And then the day we were supposed to go, they end up like they either canceled the day we were supposed to go, the day before. And I'm like, cool, whatever. Like, it's part of business. That's part of business. Even why I see why people take deposits. Like, I don't believe in taking deposits because stuff happens. At the same time, like, I understand why people take deposits, moving into business, because some people really will waste your time, and it's not life happens. So she hit me up the day of the booking. I didn't see it until after, because once you say like it's canceled this, then the third, and I should have looked, but like I said, I didn't look. I didn't end up sending a message into a couple days out there, and I still replied like, "Hey, we understand life happens. In the future, if you want to book with us, book with us." But when she canceled, I let it be what it was. Then she was like, when I finally seen the message, it was like, "Oh, I could pay you right now," and I was arguing with my baby father, and that's why we canceled. And then another lady I was working with scammed me, and this and that. And I'm like, that is fine and dandy, but you canceled. You canceled your baby. And I think it was like a glow. It was cool because our inflatable nightclub is black, and the child event was a glow in the dark event. It would have been amazing. We got lights and stuff. It's cool, but life happens. So you come back like, I'm like, hey, I understand life happened, but this is what it is. Because at the same time, we have to plan to bring all of this equipment to you. And we come. If you pay that, what we need to pay, before I leave out, I need the deposit. I don't believe in, if you want to book, I'll hold your spot. But if you want me to move my vehicle and my equipment, you need to pay the deposit for me to move. And we do not mind. We have no problem paying, driving. As long as you, like, after 30, I think it's 30, I think it's like 30 miles. After 30 miles, you just gotta pay gas. And not extraordinary crazy. Like, literally, if I know it take 25, 30, $40 to fill up the vehicle, I'm gonna charge you the extra 40, and it's a flat rate. You know, round trip pays to fill my tank up, and we coming to see you. We rock, we rolling. So I just think it's funny actually doing little different stuff in business. And you see both sides. Like, sometimes people be tripping, but life happen. We had one lady booked for the inflatable nightclub, and she had us booked for December. You know, inflatable nightclubs, they're almost year round. If you don't know what inflatable nightclub is, look it up. They're actually pretty cool. But long story short, she had us booked for December, and then she canceled, she moved it, and then she was like, yeah, I'm booking for this date, and also we don't have any electricity. How I'm gonna blow my nightclub up? So, and then we had to end up tweaking the booking process. Like, let us know if you got electricity or not. Because yes, you could power it off a generator, but you want to make sure people are comfortable. So we provide a air conditioning system. Like, if you want to add the air conditioning system to make sure that your guests are comfortable, because it is, although it's an inflatable structure, it's a structure. Just like if you're going inside a tent or somewhere else. Like, the temperature on the inside, you get people in there, it get kind of hot. But I would definitely say book with It's Up Fusion Inflatable Nightclub. We bring the VIP experience to wherever. We could pull it up, and long as you own it, because you're renting it. So you can't just put it up on nobody else's structure, right? But like, you're renting it, so for the time you're renting it, it belongs to you. We do stay with the equipment only because we do not want anybody, poking holes, damaging the equipment, and safety concerns. Make sure that it's put up. But we pop up with the inflatable nightclub. You have a good time. Let it play. It's a VIP section. We can bring it up in the parking lot, grab. We bring it up to your job. You got a private VIP section. It holds 20 to 30 people standing, and I say about 20 people sitting, depending on how many chairs and stuff that you got in there. But yeah, that's why, man, that's why I say, like, I ain't gonna say start businesses, because they do. But if you got something that you want to do, side hustle, anything, everything, and side hustle makes stuff sound so cheap, but you got stuff that you want to do like, money is literally falling out of trees if you go about doing it how you do it. And this is talking from somebody, like, like I said, people talk. I literally decided, and I was just like, I don't want to do my career no more, and I quit. I don't have no type of money coming in. I don't know when my next money coming in, and I have still been turning down jobs, and I still have been. Like I said, I have a savings. I won't act like I didn't, but at the same time, anybody who save money knows, when you get to saving money, you don't want to touch it. So when you get to touching it, you like, ah. So yeah, I got some money saved up, but you don't really want to touch it. You're like, I don't want to touch this money that I got saved or whatever. But yeah, start to look. It's. I just feel like real life experiences help people navigate through life better. So that's why I would say start your business, side hustle, or anything. Like I say, Victoria's closet right now is 100% free, and nothing will ever be over $100. But it's anything from $1 to $100. But right now it's free. I just been giving away clothes, taking donations. I had a young lady reach out. We need baby clothes. I had a young lady reach out, wanted to do toys and blankets, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. But we're not taking any. I think I said August or September, because I don't want the stuff because we gotta make sure it gets washed and it's properly put up. And still, anything that you get from Victoria's Closet, you should still wash it yourself, because it is from volunteers. But it's not. It's literally gently used, not the stuff that you don't want to throw in a trash can, or you want to feel good about. Uh, Doing, like, oh, I gave something, but would you still wear it? Would you be happy with your family member wearing it? I had a young lady hit me up that said that they had recently had a fire and they needed some clothes. And she has specific sizes, so I'm doing my best to find it through donation. And I reached out to a couple local churches in my area to try to help. Cause like sometimes my first mind be like, go buy it, but it's people who have the stuff that they need. But the size for the pants I actually had, but some just I think she was like a size 3 or 5, and I'm still taking donations for that. If you're in the Harker Heights, Temple, Killeen area, Austin, I ain't going to San Antonio. I will go to San Antonio. I'm sure I'm going to San Antonio for this, but if you're in that area and you're able to help, reach out and help. But I definitely want to get the content that I already have filmed for y'all. I definitely want to get that content uploaded because it is edited. But like I say, I need to get it uploaded and published. And for the one that I did, I spoke about it yesterday. For the one that we did at the Central Texas Pride event, I have to get that broken down only because I got copyrighted. And they will like I say, it's cool. I'm happy, people ain't trying to make sure people ain't trying to take nobody else's property, but they was like, you not getting paid for this. And I'm like, all right, the live is the live. I don't want to delete the live, but why would I re-upload the video when I already know they literally, these 3 songs were found in your stuff. You ain't getting paid. Cool. Let me move this out the way. So I have to actually pay attention on that. I said it last night. Like that'd be great if the AI tool could be like this. Copyright music was found because YouTube would do it. YouTube would definitely do it. Like copyright music was found. Facebook would do too. Was found is muted. I think they muted that thing and like it was like 241 treaties and something else was mute. I said, golly, man. Nah, so I gotta for the video, I definitely gotta get that fixed. But yeah. Feel like I done told y'all about everything. Nutrition, one day at a time nutrition. Victoria's Closet, It's Up, Fusion Nightclub. We don't have anything else that's actually we don't have anything else right now. We still do custom t-shirts, clothes and stuff, but we don't have that, which I feel like is all about what you do. The reason that the Etsy account was messed up because the rappers and the people that we're able to create and bring these shirts to life for y'all, because we had great positive feedback. That store generated over 2,000 in sales in 2 months. I want to say like 2 months it generated over 2,000 in sales, and you giving people what they want. But every design was completely from my spouse's head. Like she created the designs, and she created the from everything, the colorway. Some things is inspirational, but and we had crazy feedback, but the revenue went crazy, and then boom, we got hit with a copyright infringement. And then boom, we got hit with another copyright infringement. So Etsy don't play that either. And this is just free game. Like if you're doing something like that, it's tricky. You can't necessarily put like Justin Bieber's whatever shirt. You can't do none of that. You have to be smart on how you still want to get it out there so when people search that they're able to see it, but you don't want to put that on there like, oh yeah, Justin Bieber did, because they will copyright infringement so quick, and then now you don't have a store. And Etsy will keep you there forever. We've been appealing and doing it like that, but it's just part of the game, which is great. Like I get it, you want to put money in their pocket too. That's why because I go, like I said, we done been to a whole bunch of concerts. I just started going to concerts and different little stuff like that, but we go and we do stuff like that, and I support the merch. But at the same time, like when you're on the other side of it, why are you charging people $60 for these t-shirts? Like we paying, and I can only speak for my pockets. Like I haven't been to a concert in recent times that I can remember that the tickets alone was less than $500, and then you up there and you're gonna go and buy merch, and it's just like why is it $45. Why is it? Well, 45 is not too bad, but like $60 for a shirt. And I know how you got this shirt made. I know this shirt was probably $8, $9, $10 to get produced, and you probably making, it once you start hitting the 500 and 1,000 shirt threshold, it gets cheaper. Yeah, now you paying like $4.50 to $5 a shirt. Why are you charging people $60 to, it's part of the game. I'm not saying that, but it does make it harder. Like, I want to support. I came out and supported. I gave my hard earned money to do it. Now I understand with ticket splits and stuff, it break down, but that's why I like meet and greets. Meet and greets 9 times out of 10 goes directly to the artist. And then you go sell me a $60 shirt. Sign this motherfucker. Like, what is we doing? But that's just, oh no, like I said, I get it. It's part of the game, but uh, I don't want to be like that. So when I be looking for vendors, and why it take me so long to get vendors for the merchandise is because I know that I don't want to, 3 to 4 markup. Cool, I'm with that. But I also want to make it affordable. I want to make it affordable, and I support you for even trading your money for my product. So I'm not trying to hit you over the head with it. A lot of times I do think, like I said earlier, people get greedy. People get greedy. Even food service world, like food is expensive for sure, but some stuff people definitely get greedy. It's not, you could upcharge. And restaurants and different things like that. Anything where it start going into brick and mortars, and you have to pay for um I'm trying to say, like, light bills and paychecks. And if the more your overhead grows, it really causes an issue. But if you don't have no high overhead, it ain't no way some of the prices that be getting charged should be getting charged at all. But it's part of the game, right? So we'll see. I really want to start up a rental. Man, that y'all, you gonna know when I start making a decent amount of money, because I do. I want to have a rental car fleet for sure. Anything that I use within my everyday life, and that was one of the first business seminars I ever went to. I attended in the DMV area, and it was like, go things that you have a interest in is, great to start off and doing the business things, and things that you use. Pay attention to what can make it better. And even if I think, I don't want to quote it wrong, but I want to say it was like hangers or brooms or something like that, where it's like, you have different variations of these things, and nobody created, like, can't nobody take the patent for like the first type of hanger whatever made. But then you have all different types of hangers, and it's still following around a hanger, but you make this one little distinction on it, and it's your patent now. So that's how I be feeling about some stuff. Like, just check it out. Check it out. I tell people all the time, like, a lot of information that you have, and people be not saying, I said it on the live yesterday. Like, a lot of people know the information I know already, and it just be blowing my mind that they don't use it. Cause when I get, I'm like, oh crap, this is cool as hell. Like, but most people use it, and they just think it's a little bit easier to go about doing stuff. It's easy, but it's not. It's definitely it's easy. It's easy, but it's not. But yeah, I would definitely love to have a rental car fleet for sure. That'll be dope. Yeah. So, but right now, one day at a time, nutrition. If you do web design or anything like that, let me know. Hit me up. One day at a time, nutrition. I'm not worried about saying it because I own it. It's my property right now. So, but yeah, I'm trying to, website and finding a building. I want to in order to get the best product and the most affordable, quality, centered product out to customers, I want to keep my overhead as low as possible. And the money that does get spent, I want it to be spent on buying quality food and different things like that. Because, I mean, the DMV was great too. And even going back to the West Coast, like Washington State, like you got, Washington, D.C. I wish I could have flipped it fast enough for y'all could see that beautiful old school. He got like the engine panels out on the side, and you can see the whole engine, but it's covered on the top. It's cute. But what am I about to say? Oh yeah, but going to the West Coast, on the West Coast side of kicking it, Washington State had fresh food. Like, well, it's not. I was about to say Publix Market. What is the name of that? If you've been in Washington State, Seattle area, you know what I'm talking about. I just can't. Is it Public Market? Whatever. But they have like fresh market, farmers market or whatever down there. That's amazing. And Portland, I went to one in Portland too. Portland had an amazing one too. Uh, yeah, but it's just stuff like that. If I do want, I want to keep overhead low, and I want the quality to go inside of making the food. The way that I want to bust out with one day at a time nutrition, I wanted to change the way that we look at the food service, and especially being like on the inside. I want to change the way that we look at it and it's presented to us. Like if you know how like they did the new looks where you got the restaurants where you able to look inside of the kitchen. When you're able to look, yeah, Pikes, yeah, there we go. Thank you, little man. Pikes Peak Market, is that right? Yeah, Pikes Peak Market. Yes, yes, a phenomenal farmers market in Washington State. It's in the Seattle area, if I'm not mistaken. And I was trying to no, yeah, one day at a time nutrition. I want to kind of like n- revolution, revolutionize the way that we look at the food service industry and what we do with the food service industry. Because being in the food service industry for so long, you know that it can get bad, it can get nasty, and then you're giving people this food. And excuse me, stuff like that is what turns people off for just wanting to cook at home. Or you're going to spend your hard earned money on something that you don't like. And mass producing is always hard. That's what I learned. It's just like music or movies or anything. People have their own opinion about certain things. So people can say that something's not like I had to learn like what are you if somebody likes Asian cuisine and you're trying to feed them maybe like a New Orleans style food or you're trying to feed them soul food, they may tell you that your food is nasty or it's not good or whatever when they just have a different palate. So you just have to learn it. Sometimes food is just nasty. Like you mess up, you just like it's not good. But some baseline stuff, that's when you get the generic and you learn to how what I learned to be more successful with the food service industry is give them something that's familiar, but they can't necessarily draw it to anything. So it's new. So now they have to say if they like it or don't like it. But they can't say like, oh, this doesn't taste like my grandmother's, mac and cheese. This doesn't taste like my grandmother's meatloaf. You're telling them off the bat, this is da 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 a revolutionized way of this. And whatever you tell them, this is the flavor profile. Now they have the ability to say, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I do like that. I do like this food. And that's just food for thought for anybody. Like I do not care for the European style of food to a certain extent. Like when you learn, you go through like the culinary school and stuff, and they teach you like the French technique. Learning from the basis of like flavor everything and season everything, and but it's light and it's not nasty. It's just not a slap of flavor in your face, but it's different than what I come from in my household. We're like, we gonna season some food, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, this is not nasty, it's just light, it's different. But the European style of food, like Paris, freaking I I don't think Prague's on there because I did enjoy Prague food, but I think I'm too far over. But like Germany, the Berlin, London type area, mm-mm. I was a little disappointed in what I got broke off with over there. I was like, this no bueno. There's no bueno. Like I was in Berlin. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. No, I might be lying. London. I think I was in London turning up Canadian street food. Uh poutine, something like that. Like where you got French fries and they put all the little different stuff on there. And I'm still not an OG either of it because I think the OG version of it is just like gravy or whatever. But man, what? Like I won't feel I don't feel a European setup. But then when I go to Chile and like Brazil and like South America I love that food, that far fry, still the same thing. Mediterranean got me in a chokehold. You got like the Greece and stuff like that, love their food. I love their profile. Indian food was way too hot. Actually, in India, it was a different type of hot. It was different, way hotter than anything you ever see in America. But just saying that to say, you learn that what's good to you may be good to you, even if it is nasty to somebody else, because flavor profiles are so different. But when you're able to start something and put your spin on it and let people know, like, this is not what you're traditionally used to eating, then you make it where you create where they have to tell you, is this nasty? Because I don't like nothing to compare it to. It's just like, I don't like this flavor or whatever. It works out a little bit. It works out a little bit better. It'd be like, okay, this is good. I think other people go like it. So one day at a time, nutrition. I'm shooting to have it open by the fall. I'm shooting to have it open by the fall. And you gotta invest in yourself, keeping it simple. Like, I tear up I have staples that I love that taste how they gonna taste, and you go to places because you want the food to taste that way. And humans, even though we're not consistent, we like things that are consistent. So it's like, some of the best reviews from a restaurant is simply, it tastes the same time. It tastes the same way every time I go. Cause that is hard too. And I had to learn that too. Cause I don't do recipe person. When you don't do recipe and you don't write down or record everything that you're doing, you don't necessarily know how to recreate that. It's different when you don't write recipes, but you do something for so much. Like, I know, because it's embedded in my brain. Like, I could do it on sleep mode because I do it so much. But yeah. One day at a time, nutrition. Be on the lookout. We are revolutionizing meal prep. You don't have to be boring. It don't have to be boring. You don't have to. You don't have to lose freshness or anything like that. Nothing like that. Just, yeah, one day at a time, nutrition. We coming. And there's nothing to say. Like, I love how beautiful Europe and stuff like that is. Normandy and stuff. I should have paid attention more in school. But the geographic wise. But all I'm saying is, like, I love those places, beautiful. Some of the things I wish we could do more in America, like walking more places, and not 9 times out of 10, I ate more at these certain places, but I came back home lighter because you're like, I'm not driving, I'm eating, and then I'm walking, and everything is a walk. I remember London, it was like I had chafing in between my thighs. I was only about, what, a buck 50, maybe 60. We logged 14 miles, and that's with one train ride. We logged 14 miles of just walking. Walking. Everywhere is walking. It's easier to walk. It's convenient to drive, but when it's not convenient to drive and you have to walk, it's better. So try to do more, try to be more active with certain things and have a more active lifestyle. I definitely did enjoy that. But the food wise, nah, I wasn't really a big fan. And it's people's opinion. Like, if somebody don't like something that you got going on, that's why you have other things. That's why I said on another live, like, when people be like, stuff is oversaturated and everybody want to do that, that don't mean it's good. Everybody's not gonna like what this person has coming with. Everybody's not. I could say the same thing, but you need it from a different person. A lot of times we don't like the messenger that it comes from, and it's good. It's good to people, and people get farther in life when they could be like, "F the messenger," but I'm still listening to the message. But the people who can't, it's normal too. It happens. It's part of the game. But like I said, this only gonna be about an hour. But I'm not gonna short y'all. I'm gonna get it to an hour, and then I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna charge up the devices. I'm gonna go to the next location, and I left my whole travel bag. And shout out to the person that inboxed me and was like, "You can, the way that you, I don't want to misquote, but that was like, the way that you stream is you're basically like casting it from your phone to the camera through like Wi-Fi or something like that." But I just gotta see if they're true. That's one thing about the internet. Like, like I said earlier, you don't know, so like you're reaching out, you're trying to find out stuff, and people telling you stuff, and they just, they might be lying. But if you hopping in and out on the live, just like the live, share the live, whether you stay for 10 minutes or 10 seconds, it's all appreciated, it's all love. Just like your trunk, your trunk came back up. Gotta help our people out, man. Make sure you don't walk out with his trunk up. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to see what else. That's really what I'm doing. I was, like I said, I was supposed to take a trip to Dallas. I end up not going to Dallas, but still having to find or wanting to find and look at some vendors. That's one thing cool about having your own time. Like so many people when I left my last career, they was like, "You gonna miss it. You gonna be looking crazy." Like I just feel like that's certain people. If you don't have a type of urgency and go about yourself as a whatever you're doing in a certain career, then when you have nobody to tell you what to do, you going of course it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back on board. I am not bored. I like the fact that on a random Monday I'm able to have a business meeting, even if the business meeting doesn't pan out, I'm able to go and look for vendors or look and do other stuff and not worried about what checking in with somebody or what somebody else got to do. Like it's a random Monday. Like I'm not living in cycles no more. Like, oh, you live Monday through Friday and then you on the weekend you supposed to have fun. No. Mm-mm. No, no. I just have a if I see a concert and I want to go to it and it's 3 hours away, I book a ticket and I go to a concert 3 hours away. If I just want to break, but I don't want to break, and the hotels around my area too expensive, and I want to book a hotel in this place, I'll book a hotel in that place. Like I'm only speaking for me. Like it's great to have that freedom and that peace to be able to go do that. So I tell people like this is all made up. This is a simulation. Like why would you sit there and let somebody tell you how to live? Everything is made up. Even though we fall in line, and even we got laws and everything like that, it's a simulation, man. Somebody made this up and said this is what it is, and they got more people to agree and say this is it, and this is where we're at. So don't let people. That's always going to be echoed out through my lives because I live that. I believe that with every fiber in this being. Like, don't let nobody tell you how you are supposed to live your life. Like your belief systems, what you believe. Oh, you believe in Jesus? That's done. You did this. White people is that. But lad, you believe in what you believe, and if it's not hurting nobody and everybody's not gonna get along peacefully, kumbaya and all that. That's understandable. I'm not, very much realistic on understanding that everybody's not gonna get along. Everybody's not gonna like, and that's just I just am. What I believe we never was designed to do that anyway. But at the same time, some of the stuff like is literally showing how bored we are. Like you can't do this, and if you do this, you can't do that. You can't. Come on, man. Don't be sitting up here telling people, "Oh, if you like this, then you cannot like anything else. If you like green, then you don't like any other colors. You made it. You green." No, don't be letting people tell you, dictate how to live your life, and then you digest that and you start subscribing to the bullshit that they telling you, and now my life suck. I'm falling behind. I'm too old for this. What are we talking about? No, you not. You have the right to evolve into the day you die, however you come to no longer living. And sometimes people just get too caught up in looking and seeing was not real. You forget like this is real life. You get so caught up with people with these perfect teeth and like these freaking perfect veneers, you forget that normal people mouth ain't looking like that. Like you you like some people do, some people don't. You got people perfect skin, nice. It's not like that. Like don't get caught up in this small piece of I want this, I want that, and forget like it's normal people that's does not look like that. You see them every day. And you still have a right to aspire to be whatever you want to. You don't like what you got going, fix it, change it. But do not let nobody tell you how you supposed to do it. I do not care for that. I never have, because it's just like, that's just no. Free will, free will, free will. And I talk a lot of shit about the stuff that's going on in America, but a lot of places they don't even get to exercise that, and they want to leave, and they don't. They don't get to. They not. They don't have the ability to. They don't have the ability to leave. They don't have the ability to go on about their business. So I'm a big believer in that too. Just because it's not, how I say, like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yes, but in this instance, I mean, like, yes, go do what you're able to do, because some people, sometimes you do gotta live for the people that's not able to live. Some people were born in positions where they were not able to do this. Some people, some women cannot go live in their country and talk about nothing, not a thing. Like, they just, and don't get me wrong, some places, I talk about my podcast, travel. I talk about traveling so much because you learn. Like, I feel like going outside of where you born is the biggest mind blowing. Like, dang, I was taught this, but y'all don't do that. You realize, like, dang, some places is just different, and you are grateful for the fact of you even being able to have a voice. Because some countries and places, and even people will be surprised within the United States, because you, like I said, you exist so long in your own world, your own bubble where you from. You forget about these little flyover states, these drive-through states and cities and little towns, and it's just a time warp. Time warp. It is nothing like what you see, 20 minutes this way and 20 minutes that way. It's a totally different world. And I done drove across country. I done been to every state, and I only like to say that because, like, we live in a world where everybody's child to done shit. Everybody's an expert that's never done shit in life. Like, that's not where this coming from. I'm just saying that you're able to shift, and where my mindset shift is being when you able to see these small places. Because 9 times out of 10, when you conducting business, you moving around in the places that people don't necessarily think about. Like, you got like the big cities, but the 5-10 minutes outside of the big cities you know where certain places be at, or depending on what business you conducting, that's where you be at. That's where you see, like, dang, this is a time warp. Like, y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this live car session. Like I said, I got another destination to go to, check some stuff out, and I'll be going back live. But because these batteries be dying so quick, I would love to go live longer. And when I'm stationary, like at the house kicking it, I am going to go live longer. I might be live again tonight, because that night crowd yesterday, we got a little few hits, but it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. But I gotta see how to grab the nighttime doom scrollers attention, have them come talk to me for a little bit. But to everybody that jumped on this live, all these lives will be available for video. I'm not deleting them, nothing like that. I just have to get and download and do whatever. But that is the hour mark. I'm gonna charge this device up, eat, and make it to my next location. Thank y'all for rocking with me. And to next time, be genuine to yourself and kind to others.